Hi there! Welcome to Storytime. My name is Jocelyn, and I'll be reading A Wonderful Story, The Incredible Shrinking Girl by Dr. Julie Verner, illustrated by Jillian Verner. Let's get started. Monday morning and no school. Woohoo! Penny raced outside and hopped on her bike. Her feet couldn't reach the pedals. What? Did my dad raise the seat? She pulled out her roller skates, but they didn't feel right either. They looked like her skates, but they felt big, like Daddy's. Tuesday morning, the squawk of the alarm jolted Penny awake. She yawned and noticed that her mattress felt hard under her head. Where did my pillow go? She saw the familiar lump towering above her. So weird. My head used to reach the pillow. Wednesday morning, Penny finished her cereal. I'm going to surprise Mommy by rinsing my dish. Only she couldn't reach the faucet. What the heck? Thursday morning, Penny got dressed for school. I've heard of clothes shrinking, but never children. I guess these will have to do. Ever since Penny learned of her parents' divorce, she had begun to feel smaller. She felt small when her dad didn't answer her right away. He seemed like he was lost in space. She felt teensy-weensy since her mom had become so busy. Penny's parents just seemed so different. Penny felt especially microscopic when her parents fought. It was like she wasn't even there. Friday morning at school, Penny could barely reach her desk. With a tippy-toe stretch and a great big heave, she jumped into her seat. Penny did her best to blend in, hoping nobody would notice just how tiny she'd become. Ring! The sound of the morning recess bell was followed by Mrs. Bennet's footsteps. Penny, I noticed that you've been looking a little small lately. Is everything okay? Penny froze. Her cheeks and forehead felt warm. She looked down at her tiny feet and then up at Mrs. Bennet's kind and warm eyes. Before Penny knew it, her words began to tumble out. Ever since my parents' divorce, I have started to shrink. My skates are too big. I can't reach the sink. They fight all the time. Some of the words surprised Penny, like when she heard herself say, I feel like my parents' divorce is all my fault. As the story grew, so did Penny. Her pants got tight, her shoes were too small, her voice felt big and strong. Mrs. Bennet didn't seem surprised. When I was 9 years old, my parents got a divorce. I was afraid to tell anyone about my feelings. I kept it all in, and I began to shrink too. I got so small that I had to comb my hair with my toothbrush. One day, my grandmother took me out for a triple scoop of bubblegum ice cream. Her eyes were kind and warm, and I couldn't help but share my story. And once I did, I began to grow too. Mrs. Bennet explained to Penny, when your parents decided that they couldn't be married anymore, it was an adult decision with adult reasons. That is their divorce story. She continued, but you have a divorce story too. It's about your thoughts and feelings and the changes that happen to you. When you keep your story inside, you start to feel very small. But when you share your story to safe ears and kind eyes, you grow very strong. Mrs. Bennet handed Penny a book. The pages were blank, but the cover wasn't. In Mrs. Bennet's extra loopy cursive, Penny read the words, Penny's Story. Penny opened the book to discover a little poem written especially for her. Inside your heart are feelings that only you can show. Not right or wrong or good or bad, just part of what you know. They tell you what you love, whisper what you need. They like to be respected and given space to breathe. Sometimes they speak in giggles or maybe in a tear. They might come out in a picture you draw or words you write in here. I hope you'll share your story, feelings old and new, words unique and special, a tale that's born in you. Love, Mrs. Bennet. And so, Penny kept on sharing and kept on growing. She believed that her story was unique and special, and that made her feel like a very incredible girl. The end. Thank you so much for joining me. As we wrap up, I have a couple questions for you to think about. Penny was brave when she told her story to Mrs. Bennet. What is the bravest thing you've ever done? Is sharing your divorce story mostly easy or kind of hard? What qualities make someone a good listener? How do you feel when you share about yourself with a good listener? Is there someone special that you would like to share your divorce story with?